The establishment is in a meltdown over the previous summit, the G7 summit. President Trump's criticism of allies over trade is unprecedented, they scream. He's undermining something that they call the rules-based international order. That, apparently, is all you need to say. End of discussion. Notice the only thing the foreign policy establishment cares about is style. They don't engage with the substance at all. These pompous pearl clutchers of the international elite, the world leaders with their bland communiques crafted by time-serving diplomats who think they really run the show, the arrogant and unaccountable bureaucrats running outfits like the EU and the IMF, who are basically just stooges for big business, the self-regarding after-dinner pontificators of the Washington think tank circuit, who glide smoothly over the real-world catastrophes unleashed by their ideology without ever acknowledging the slightest mistake. And, of course, the gullible commentators and journalists who unthinkingly lap up all this self-serving elitist rubbish while presenting themselves as fearless pursuers of the truth. When you see these people rounding on President Trump for daring to question their worldview, the pithy phrase of Nassim Taleb comes to mind. I, intellectual yet idiot. What is this rules-based international order that the IYIs are so attached to? Here in America and across the Western world, the rules-based international order made the rich richer and working people poorer as incomes went down and jobs went away. It ripped apart the social fabric, helping create the twin disasters of family breakdown and community disintegration. It undermined faith in government and democracy as citizens saw that it didn't matter who they voted for in actual elections, they'd end up with the same elite-serving policies regardless. The trade rules of the international order are tilted against America, allowing rampant protectionism by the EU and epic abuse by China. The rules-based international order didn't stop Russia invading Ukraine, it didn't stop Iran destabilizing the Middle East, it didn't stop the rise of Al-Qaeda and ISIS, it didn't stop China getting to the brink of world domination. Oh, and it didn't stop North Korea from having nuclear weapons. Although to the bitter disappointment of the sneering elites, Donald Trump just might. When I worked as an advisor in 10 Downing Street, I wanted Prime Minister David Cameron to cancel the G8 summit when it was Britain's turn to host it. So I love seeing President Trump call time on 50 years of elitist failure. Yes, you can call it unprecedented, but doing things that are unprecedented is the very definition of Donald Trump's mandate. He was elected to change things, not keep them the same. The elitists' hate-filled hysteria shows their true colours. They love the old order because they and their rich friends benefit from it. How disgraceful that they howl in protest when President Trump tries to put working people first. Tell me what you think of the G7 elite meltdown at NextRevFNC and at Steve Hilton X.